Welcome to the Pearls of Wisdom podcast, brought to you by Southern Jewelry News and Jewelry Store Marketers.
Hello and welcome to the holiday edition of Pearls of Wisdom podcast. I'm Elesa Dillon with Southern Jewelry News, and today I'm happy to introduce for the first time, because he's always introducing me, I'd like to introduce Guy Panetta with Jewelry Store Marketing.
Thank you.
Also your
thank
sponsor
you.
today. Hey, Guy.
Oh, look at that. Hey, Elisa. This is fantastic. It is just before Thanksgiving, and there is definitely a lot to be thankful for.
That's right. Yes,
lot
indeed.
Of amazing things that's happened this year, but there's also, it's never easy, right? I'm sure everyone out there, somebody out there might be saying, what's so good about it? You know, and they're, you know, it's never easy for anyone, right?
No.
The year, ups and downs. I'm sure there's stores out there, businesses that had great years and some not so great years, and but you know, Thanksgiving is always about, I think, being thankful for what we have, and what we can look forward to, and breathing another day of fresh air, is in being free and being open to make choices, and also have a great holiday season. You know, that's great. So it's, we've had a lot of great stuff happen. You did, I did, you know, and then we had a lot of great episodes this past year here on the podcast.
Everybody this year just really enjoyed it. I enjoyed all of our guests, and I think we really have want to thank everybody for following us and subscribing to our podcast. You know, it's hard when you're first starting out a podcast. You really do need the support and views. So we appreciate those who are and have been supporting us, and be sure to tell your friends, because you know, we really would love to have more viewers, as usual. You know, that way Guy doesn't become Scrooge, and I won't become Mr. Grinch.
Yes, but we've had some amazing people on this year. We had both vendors and retailers on the podcast, and I think that's good. It gives you a good perspective of both sides of the fence. And there's definitely challenges, ups and downs for both, but we've had some really good people on, and we are definitely thankful for that, and look forward to getting more amazing guests, you know, on the show. Definitely.
I think people are very excited. We will be doing live recordings again in 2024 at Atlanta and RJO shows. Mm-hmm. So be sure to reach out to us if you'd like to record an episode at one of the shows. Those are always fun. And we'd love to have retailers to tell us your story, your success story. Right. What makes you so special in your town? Mm-hmm. And inspire other retail jewelers who come on this podcast and to learn more. Right. And, you know, take some tips and maybe help their business. That's what we are hoping to do.
Absolutely. And I know at the shows, you know, it's always a great atmosphere and a great experience at the shows, because you catch up with people that you like and trust, and, you know, have fun with, and what a lot of business people do is share their experiences, right? How do you handle this? Or I had this customer, or this experience, and connecting with each other through these experiences help everyone. And I think that's why the podcast is so great, because we can get people telling their story, and everyone listening to the podcast, either watching it on YouTube or one of the whatever platforms, they hear about their peers and the experiences. And we had Mark Priest with his Legend Jewelers and his Bordello, and we've had amazing people like Kate Peterson on early this year, and we'll miss her, of course.
Yeah. I think we said that Kate was our third episode that we did in 2023. Um, you know, who would have known, um,
Yeah.
that that was her last, interview or recording of
Right.
her. And I'm so thankful for that. She was a big presence in our industry,
Yeah.
particularly RJO, because we're RJO family.
Right.
But yeah, she's definitely a void without her.
Yes. So we're definitely thankful for having Kate on the
So thankful.
podcast, and she definitely has touched a lot of lives and helped a lot of people. So
Yeah.
we're definitely blessed to have Kate on the podcast. Obviously, a lot of people miss her, and so her
Well,
memory of great experience, advice and help that she's provided will live on. So, but
yeah.
we had other guests like Doris Butler. That was an interesting.
This is this amazing. I mean, pearls of wisdom, dating site, find your love life here. So
And
I guess
that
we
was
were
very
at
good.
RJO, right? Okay, so
Right.
we're at RJO and we're doing the thing, and up walks one of our past person, Doris Butler. She's from Alabama, and she did it was a great. I wasn't able to do that one, but a guy interviewed her. So
Yeah.
Doris comes up to us at an RJO show, and I'm like, Doris, how you doing? She's like, great. She goes, I have got to tell y'all something. She said, well, if you notice, my podcast has been viewed a lot, like over 100 times. And I'm like, yeah, I was wondering about that. Doris, she said, well, I I don't know what site it was. Okay, so she was on a dating site.
Yeah.
It might have been Match.com. I think it was
Yes.
Match.com.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she's on Match.com. She's trying to find a date. Doris, a good-looking woman. She's a little bit older. And so she meets this guy online, and she said, well, he said, tell me a little bit about you. She goes, well, let me send you this podcast I just did. Doris sends him the podcast. He watches the podcast. They have a date. Fireworks, baby.
There you go. It's the pearls of wisdom. The pearls of
And
wisdom.
they match make together. They are dating, and Doris is like, thank you, Pearls of Wisdom podcast, for letting me meet my boyfriend who I've been dating for several months now.
Yeah.
Now does it get any better than that, guy?
No, that was really good, and I think that's part of the magic of what the show does, or what this type of exposure is because we are in the industry, and we are talking about real people, real challenges, and real success, and that shows the true light of someone like Doris, and this
Yeah.
person was able to see and say, wow, she looks very interesting, and and it was all because of us. No, I'm just kidding.
Basically, what Guy's trying to tell everybody out there is if you really want to use us as your, match make, you need a good selling spot for your Match.com. Come on over to Pearls of Wisdom, and
That's
we'll do a
it.
podcast episode with you. See what we can do for you.
That's it.
No problem.
That's it. And
No
so
problem.
we certainly look forward to amazing retailers coming on the show. Like Elisa said, if you have something that you want to share that can help others, please let us know, and we'd love to have you on the show, and possibly get you a date too, if we could do that.
We can
Yeah.
get you a job. We can get you a date. We can, find you a job. Whatever. We're just here
Yeah.
to be helpful to the jewelry industry.
Mhm.
You
Right.
name it, we will help you do it. Just
Yeah.
let us know, because between us two, we've got a lot of wisdom.
There you go, pearls of wisdom.
A lot of it.
And we've learned a lot through this however many episodes. I think we've gone through 50 episodes so far this year, and we certainly have a bunch more that we'll be releasing out through the end of the year and starting next year. But I think it's about trying. It's about trying and staying out there and keep going out, keep waking up, getting up, and going to work. It's never always easy or fun, but you have to keep doing. And I'd like to share my favorite quote of all time. I learned when I was 16. I don't know who said it, but it's those who are afraid of the thorns will never be able to pick the roses. And that's my all-time favorite quote. Those who are afraid of the thorns will never be able to pick the roses. And that has a lot of meaning for me. And I think doing is, there's a lot to learn in just doing. It's sometimes done is better than perfect, right? Trying to make it perfect and setting it up. And we hear experiences from people with the same thing that just go out there and try it. And one of our regular guests that become a segment on the show is Chuck Kaler from Anthony Jewelers. He's a favorite in columnist in the paper, and we're blessed to have Chuck doing his chatting with Chuck segments and talking with people. And I know we're going to be doing other segments, and there's got a lot of really good stuff planned for the future.
Yeah, Chuck has been a big help, and he's totally a very popular columnist, and he knows how to seek out some good people, particularly at the shows. So shout out to Mr. Chuck Kaler, the Retailer Perspective, that you can read every month in SJN and MAJN, and he also you can find him on Facebook. I think it's Chuck Kaler Columnist, but thank you, Chuck. For being part of our Pearls of Wisdom family and chatting it up with us. We appreciate you. Again, this is our thankful holiday thing. We just want to tell you how thankful we are for you.
Yes, definitely we are thankful for Chuck. And I know there's so many things, and I know everyone out there, you might be thankful for something. Feel free to share it. We'd love to know about what you're thankful for this year, but we certainly wish everybody has an amazing gangbusters of a holiday. There's so many things that I know people are, looking forward to this holiday, and there's a lot of product. And but we live in America, great country, and we are able to, do whatever we like, whatever we set our mind to. Right? There's a lot of news in the world that's not so great, but we have a lot of endured. So, but some amazing things happened with Southern Jewelry and Mid America Jewelry News, digital magazine. We continue on with the podcast, all kinds of stuff, and there's tons of amazing things happening coming up, and. So I guess really, I don't know if there's a whole lot else to say, but anybody that's listening, happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays. And
yes, I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and for those who observe, and also those who observe Hanukkah, because we have all of these great holidays, Christian and Jewish holidays coming up. And we also, we're just thankful that we get to be able to have an opportunity to work every day on this great planet of ours, even though sometimes, 2024, we've been warned, jewelry industry, that it might be a little bit tough. But that doesn't scare us, not us at all. I've been doing this for 22 plus years, and I've seen the good and the bad, and we will always endure, because you have to go through the bad to get on the other side of the good, always. So as one of my favorite singer-songwriters, Bob Dylan, says, the only thing I knew how to do was to keep on keeping on. So remember that if you don't, you just gotta show up and keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on. You know what? That deserves a drink. I'll take a drink of that.
Yeah.
Where's your drink? Where's your drink?
Cheers.
That's it. Where's your bottle and straw? There you go.
Yeah. Cheers.
All right. Perfect. Well, everyone, thank you. Thank you for an amazing year.
Cheers. Thank you so much. Guy, you're awesome.
You're
I
awesome.
love working with you. We always have such a good time, whether we're karaokeing at in Atlanta or we're chasing people down in Vegas to give us a quote. Guy and I, yeah, we just we're like peanut butter and jelly,
Peanut butter and jelly.
salt
Love
and
PBJ.
pepper.
That's it.
what we are. And we
Well-
want you to keep tuning in and share this so you can invite all your friends to come and listen to some great pearls of wisdom in 2024.
Well,
right?
Thank you, Elisa. Best of holidays to you. Best of holidays to everyone. All right. Well, this
Cheers.
is our Thanksgiving thankful edition of the Pearls of Wisdom Jewelry podcast. We do have more episodes coming up. Check us out. Subscribe. Please comment, like, all that good stuff. And definitely let us know if you want to be part of one of the episodes, even if we want to talk about it. Reach out. But thank you. All
Thank
right.
you, everybody. We're
Take
so
care,
thankful.
everyone. Have a great holiday.
Thanks for listening to the Pearls of Wisdom Jewelry Podcast. For more information about the show, please visit southernjewelrynews.com/podcast, brought to you by Southern Jewelry News and Jewelry Store Marketers. Make sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so you can catch the next show. See you then.